all doing? It's your favorite girl, Brenda Kimbi, and today on Raising the Bar, I'll be sharing a few nuggets about how to go about this stay at home period where everybody is indoors, life seems to be life changing, the status quo is in a chaos. And these few tips, it may not work for you, but it has definitely worked for me. And I've shared with a few people, and the feedback has been huge. So, the first thing I would love to recommend during this period is good sleep. The importance of good sleep cannot be overemphasized. Before the whole crisis, I used to be a sleeper, but I was not very intentional about good rest. So one thing I would love to advise during this period is you should get as much sleep as possible. What I do is I go to bed early and I wake up way earlier to be able to carry on the activities of the day. So good sleep is the first thing I'm definitely recommending for this period. After having a good sleep, early to bed, early to rise. So the next thing that has really been a priority for me this period is spending time with God. That is because activities has drastically reduced for me as a person. I get to spend a lot of time at home. So spending time with God, fellowshipping, listening to worship music, reading my Bible, yes, reading my Bible has been very important because I just have to commune with the Holy Spirit. Like, I don't just wake up and I'm running to an activity or another. No, after I wake up full of rest, I can now spend time with the Holy Spirit. And sometimes meditating on scripture, sometimes it's going to my Bible study notes, sometimes it's just meditating on what was said, maybe listening to a gospel message. Just do what works for you. But one of the things I've been doing a lot this period is spending time with God. Thirdly, another thing I want to recommend we can all do this period. So many things are underrated, but the benefits cannot be overemphasized, and that is drinking a lot of water. One second, let me drink, let me see. Yeah. So staying hydrated, keeping the body very hydrated is very important. And rather than just staying at home, you can stay hydrated, being intentional about the quantity of water you take. The it's not just drinking water when you're thirsty, but being intentional about remaining hydrated. Also, another important thing I want to talk about is reading. Everybody knows Brenda Kimbi is a reader. I read a lot of books, but this period has helped me to be able to read beyond what I would normally do. Because I'm at home, because I have a lot of time to spend with myself, I spend quality time reading books. And one of the books I've been reading this period, one of the authors is Miles Monroe. Miles Monroe is one of those incredible writers whose legacy lives on. It's someone who I would recommend for a beginner who wants to adopt reading as a lifestyle. And I have so many of his books, but for the moment, this is what I am reading. Another tip I would want to recommend for this period is journaling. There is no way, I always journal along reading. So as you can all see, these are my journals. These are all my journals. I have so many journals. I've got journals for my personal life. I've got journals for my spiritual. I've got journals for my project. So I don't mix everything in the same journal. So I write down my fears. I write down my faults. I write down my experiences. Everything that just comes across my mind. It's very important. I write it down so I don't forget. So these tips, I cannot really reiterate everything I've been doing, but I'm just explaining the basics that can help someone who is watching out there. The last thing I've been doing a lot this period is minding my business. Why is it important to mind your business? I've been minding my business because all of a sudden people are beginning to realize that all we want is to breathe. All the wealth, all the luxury, all the travels, all the events, all the birthdays, everything you can think of, we are finally beginning to accept the essence of life. And how do we accept the essence of life? When we don't go about minding our business. So one thing I've been doing a lot this period is I've reduced a lot of social media time. I spend a lot of time with myself. I spend a lot of time with my phone off. If I'm not working, my gadgets are all off, my laptop, everything that has to do with people except myself, I totally turn it off. I spend a lot of time with myself, talking about my strengths, my weaknesses, having a date with myself, and not really caring who is up to what, who is not up to what. Because by the way, the TV, there's a lot of negativity online, there's a lot of negativity. Everybody's trying to be relevant with the pandemic, and at some point you've got to guard your heart with all diligence. So these are a few tips I just wanted to share with someone watching out there. I know we're all up to something. Sometimes I cook, I spend a lot of time cooking too. But if you've got something that you want us to learn, you can just drop it in the comment section. I am always learning, and all those watching and all those reading are also definitely going to learn a thing or two. It was a pleasure sharing a few tips I've been doing during this stay at home period. If you have something to say, drop it in the comment section. Do not forget to like, do not forget to subscribe, do not forget to share with a friend. Until next time, I'm your host Brenda Kimbi. Keep raising the bar.